profile pictures.
No mishaps at Heathrow, all surprisingly routine considering what's gone before. But some couldn't resist cementing their collective reputation for indiscipline before they left. Bizarrely, Manu Tuilagi decided to leap off a ferry about to berth and swim to a nearby pier. He was cautioned by harbour security, relieved of £3,000 by the RFU, and confessed in a statement it was a silly thing to do. But not quite silly enough, it seems, to be condemned by an England and Leicester teammate back at Heathrow.
You know, that's another incident where perhaps, you know, it isn't actually that big a deal, but of course, you know, naturally it's going to come out like that because we're in the public eye. So, you know, I feel sorry for Manu. You know, he's a 20-year-old kid, and you know, he's obviously just jumped off, you know, for a bit of banter, you know, and swam 10 metres in.
Tuilagi's silly thing to do was only the final act in England's worst World Cup showing in 12 years. It began with a dwarf throwing contest at a bar in Queenstown. Mike Tyndall was caught on CCTV getting close to a woman he claimed was just an old friend. Then 2 England coaches were suspended by the RFU over allegations of ball switching. 3 players were given final warnings over lewd comments they allegedly made to a hotel worker. Even Tuilagi's mouthguard landed him with a fine of £5,000.
There are certain things you don't do, and you don't go out in the public, and you don't go drinking. You certainly are not rude to hotel staff and things like that. You know, there's no need for it. You know, everybody there is there to help you as an England rugby player, and this is a boyhood dream come true for a lot of these guys, so why ruin it with something like this?
Perhaps a better example from older professionals was required for Tuilagi, since the 20-year-old Leicester player was given a 5-week ban for laying into Chris Ashton on a rugby pitch only 5 months ago. His England debut came against Wales 3 months later when his try brought a fleeting smile to the face of Martin Johnson. But no smile as the England coach headed home from New Zealand after his team was too easily dispatched by a revitalised France.
He's tough and he makes tough selections, but he treats people like adults. And I think the day that we're asking Martin Johnson to discipline the players like he's a school teacher will, I think, be the day that Martin Johnson will not be interested in the job.
Meanwhile, Wales could not present a sharper contrast with England's current woes, into a World Cup semi-final on Saturday and heading perhaps to a first ever appearance in the final. The misery for England rugby just keeps on coming. Ian Doverston, Sky News.